Definitely. So I'll start with a retail user, right? A retail user, an individual who's using crypto will need to manage a private key, right? So all of blockchain and crypto is based on cryptography. And so you have this private key, you keep it safe. And then anytime you need to do something on the blockchain, you use that key to sign a transaction. And so, for instance, if you need to send funds from yourself to somebody else, then in order to prove that you're the one that can send them, you will use that private key. And so when you move to a business or an organization, you also need to use the blockchain in the same way. But if you only have one, basically anyone with the private key is able to use assets, to send them, to use the blockchain, to take your funds and to do something with them. So when you move to a business, you have a pot of funds that needs to be managed by the business, you can't just have one private key, because anybody that you give that key to, let's say your operations manager or your director of finance, right? That person will have full power to take those funds and do whatever they want to them, right? They could send it to themselves, they could send it to, a friend. And so in order to have a level of financial control as a business, there's a technology called a multisig. And so instead of having one private key, a multisig is an account where you need multiple people to sign off and approve anything that happens, right? So my company's treasury might have $1 million in it, right? And so in order to protect that, so no one person can steal the funds, then I will use a multisig. I will put that in a multisig account, and maybe there's 5 people that have been enabled to be part of this multisig, and I will set a threshold of 3 of those 5. So for any company operation that needs to be done, maybe I need to run payroll, then I will need 3 of those 5 people to approve. So it's a way to give a company or organization some level of financial control over the shared assets.
And how does onboarding work? So an enterprise comes to you and says,